It's New Zealand Music Month 2021, 2020, bit of a nightmare. Let's bring it back in style. Manawatū People's Radio are celebrating creativity in the music community for Manawatū for the month of May. Whole load of events happening at venue 409 on Church Street in Palmerston North, but the flagship event is going to be the mystery songwriting session. This is the brainchild of Hugh Dingwall, the content coordinator at Manawatū People's Radio, and we have run with it. We have approached 5 musicians individually from Manawatū to take part. They said yes. There's a lot of trust going on right there because they don't know who the others are yet. That's happening in less than an hour from now. They're coming in here and finding out who they are going to be writing a song with. So the big reveal's tonight, and then the next time they meet will be at the Stomach, Creative Sounds on Lombard Street. We've got the place for the day. We're going to set them up with hopefully everything they need so they can write a song in a day, and then they will be performing it live at venue 409 in May. I'm nervous, excited. I hope there isn't any history that I don't know about. I'm pretty sure they all know each other or know of each other. Maybe one or two have maybe played in a band together at some point, I don't know, but I can say with a degree of certainty they have never written a song together. We've got, with the greatest of respect, multi-generations. We've got real diversity here. The genres that they've all played and composed in before, wild and varied. I'm hoping we're not going to end up something with like 6 movements of a genre each, but maybe we will, who knows. So join us as we reveal the musicians to you and to each other.
Our first writer began writing and playing music as a teenager, armed only with a ukulele and, as they put it, hella teen heartache. Later escapades included a punk trio, 6-piece cover band, a rock 2-piece, and a gloomy duet duo. Now they play bass and ukulele in a folk rock outfit, and they're finding their way back to songwriting on the side. It's Amelia Shadbolt. Up next, they started learning drums soon after leaving school. Their first real band was a bluesy covers-type group that played between Wellington, Whanganui, Napier and Palmy. Many bands came after that, as well as an extensive list of credits in live theatre drumming. They've worked with an extensive list of prominent musicians across multiple genres, including rock, blues, jazz and rockabilly. He's a drumming institution in Manawatū. It's Ted Frickleton. By day, our next writer works in construction. By night, they are a musician. They grew up in Palmy, where they learnt classical music and arranging. As a teen, they composed the music for a number of productions, along with a number of classically inspired works. In 2001, they moved to London and worked for various artists, as well as fronting their own indie band. From composing classical to EDM to pop and rock, big band and funk, they are very much at home. Since returning to New Zealand, they've been writing for film, pop artists and gospel. He's a list writer for New York-based Soda Box Music. It's Soong. Our fourth writer has been singing and writing songs since childhood, inspired by their dad, who's a guitarist in Wellington. With music in the genes, their first radio performance was at 8 years old, and they first sang on stage with a live band at age 12. They've performed as a gothic rock singer on the 2008 series of Stars in Their Eyes, and in 2009 they were a finalist in the Good Morning Show's Find a Star competition. They went on to perform 3 more times on Good Morning, alongside John Rolls, Maisie Rika, Nesian Mystic and Ella Henderson. They released an adult contemporary pop album in 2013, and they've even done cabaret. Finalist in the New Zealand Country Music Association Entertainer of the Year category, it's Reneé Therése. Our final writer got their first real 6-string at the age of 12, and 6 months later they were in a high school band, playing a mix of originals and the usual covers at the time. At the age of 15, their high school music teacher told them they didn't have a musical bone in their body. Growing up in North London provided plenty of musical opportunities, alongside gaining a degree in electronic engineering. In their mid-20s, they gigged 4 nights a week and recorded constantly, trying to be a mild-mannered, suit-wearing IT professional by day and a guitar hero by night. Emigration to New Zealand followed, where they now teach and gig regularly right here in Palmerston North. It's Mark Angel.
Although you possibly won't be when I unveil the themes. So as you said, 3 themes to maybe try and get the creative juices flowing. Here's hoping. So theme number 1, strangers becoming friends. Aww. Obviously in reference to what's happening today. Yeah. And you know, just
friends becoming strangers.
Oh. Well,
I think
well,
it
again,
still fits with the theme.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's all open to interpretation. As I was saying earlier on, I started this with scenarios and thought, no, it needs to be more vague than that. So these are all very vague. So now, theme number 2, a sense of place or belonging. Sorry, Amelia.
No, you're good.
So thinking particularly of the local area, if anything inspired you locally, then that would be a neat thing. Given that this is for New Zealand Music Month and we're celebrating local musicians, maybe something local. The next one is very access radio, but it has to be for us. The sense of diversity versus marginalisation and stereotypes. Big words, but again, does that inspire anything? Any sort of
rhymes with a cup of tea.
And the 4th and final option or theme suck. My idea is. So by all means, trash those and come up with something that interests you. You have refreshments, you have flip chart paper and pens and post-its and anything that might help. You've got all your instrumentation. Go forth and write, and we shall document.
But it would be cool if we just totally just
cut
go off the rail
to
it like it.
This morning I was feeling pretty nervous. I was wondering how the hell we were going to do this. Who would take a leadership role, but I think we've split it all pretty evenly actually, which is good.
So this morning when I got up, I was pretty excited about this. I was thinking, wow, this could be interesting, working with a bunch of people I've never worked with before. And so far it's working out to be pretty exciting.
This morning I was feeling quite nervous. I think there's a bit of imposter syndrome going on where you think that, you know, you're not really good enough to be in the group. So yeah, I felt pretty nervous about coming this morning, but it was a good group of people, you know, so they made it feel good.
I think when you're writing with people you've never really met before, you always think, should I put this idea out there, or you don't know the dynamics. So I think it's trying to bring the ideas out of the others, and
And it's nice because usually when I'm songwriting, I'm by myself and I have to come up with everything. Whereas when someone else goes, why don't we do this? Why don't we cut to that? I'm like, yes, fantastic. Never would have thought of it.
There's no egos. It's all collaborative.
It's really nice having people around who understand music theory, because I really don't. So it's really nice for someone to go, oh yeah, we'll change to this note. They know it's going to sound good. I am learning, 100%. And there was a beautiful moment where they pushed me to learn the riff, even though I didn't want to, because I'm very much a play the root note until it's the next note kind of bass player. So it's been good.
Should have got something else. A friend of mine was
I think probably the most surprising thing to me was actually Matt. Like, he came across to me as like a shy kind of introverted person, but then took on quite a leadership role as part of the creative process, so that was a bit surprising to me.
It's interesting in the group though, because nobody really has any egos, or at least they haven't brought their egos to the table, so everyone's kind of approaching this with humility. And I can just see everyone's talent coming through, and everyone's kind of found their spot already, although we've only been doing this for a couple of hours now.
I'm feeling the process fun and quite energising too. It just feels right. I have found everybody in the band very accommodating and fun, and good value.
I think that right from the beginning we seemed to just get into a vibe, and just the song process just went really quickly. So yeah, I think the biggest barrier was probably just writing the lyrics to the song really, and having time once we got the structure to work out what the words would be.
The chances that we'll succeed are, I'm sure we'll write a song. Whether it'll be a successful song or not will be one to find out.
Percentage? 99.
It's a fun song so far. I'm into it. I am very much looking forward to performing it live. I haven't been in the space we're playing, but it sounds really cool.
And right at this moment I feel good. But earlier this morning I felt extremely freaked out.
Oh, really?
My comfort zone is me on my couch with a ukulele in my pajamas. This is not that. I would definitely recommend this to people, especially if you are a solo singer-songwriter type like myself, because it pushes you to do things you wouldn't otherwise do. Like, whatever the hell this genre is, I don't do that. It's new and different and good.
I very much recommend this experience for other musicians. Yeah, definitely do it.
There is 1 hour to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, leaning into the strangers becoming friends theme, please get off your backsides, homai te paki paki, for the Mystery Songwriting Session Band 2021.
I know you're really new here, and we've only just met, but I can
Bye.